Why do you feel uneasy in a space? When you step into the room, you realize that something is missing, but what exactly? We have all encountered places in our lives that make us feel uncomfortable and uneasy from time to time. But what could be the source of these feelings? Is it just the wrong furniture placement? Or is it the lack of lighting or being away from nature? Today, we look at 8 key factors that can create unease in a space. We'll explore why your mood can change when you step inside, how an environment out of sync with your circadian rhythm can affect you, and more. Are you ready? So let's start understanding the spirit of the place. 1. Lighting is wrong. How difficult can lighting a space? B. Lighting a space correctly can sometimes be much more complicated than we think. For example, using a single chandelier for 4 different tasks can make a room both too bright and too dark. Ambiance, task, accent, and decorative lighting. Managing all 4 of these together affects the atmosphere of the space just as much. Inadequate or misplaced lights can cause headaches and eye strain. The right lighting, on the other hand, provides both a relaxing and energizing environment. So, do you think you are using the right light in your room? 2. Furniture is disproportionate. Why is it important to choose furniture that matches the size of the space? A huge sofa in a small room or misplaced chairs in a large living room can throw the space out of balance. The size and placement of furniture plays a critical role both functionally and aesthetically. Disproportionate furniture restricts movement and prevents the natural flow of the space. To make a space more spacious and inviting, correctly scaled furniture and space planning are essential. So, is your furniture right in terms of placement? 3. Daylight is missing. Is daylight really that important? Daylight is not just a source of light, but a factor that affects your mood. By activating the brain's suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, daylight regulates your biological clock. Insufficient natural light can lead to depression, sleep problems, and low motivation. Maximizing daylight, especially at home and in workspaces, can be critical for both your physical and mental health. So, are you getting enough natural light? 4. It's incompatible. When does eclectic style make you uncomfortable? Eclectic style means bringing together different eras, styles, and colors. But sometimes this mix can create a sense of disharmony. The combination of different pieces is not always aesthetically successful. Each element needs to create its own language and be in harmony with each other. Excess and mismatched elements in a space create visual pollution and make us feel uncomfortable instead of relaxed. Are the eclectic pieces in your home harmonious or cluttered? 5. There are many curtains. How choosing curtains can change the ambience of a room. Curtains are both an important part of decoration and a functional item. However, too many curtains and fabrics can create a feeling of constriction in a room. When colors and textures are mismatched, visual fatigue sets in, and our mood is affected. It is important to choose the right curtains both aesthetically and practically. Also, too many curtains can be a problem for allergy sufferers. So, is there too much fabric in your room? 6. Echoing. Why is it uncomfortable when every word that comes out of the mouth comes back to the ear? Sometimes rooms have too many hard surfaces, and sounds can bounce back. These echoes can be annoying even when you are talking or listening to music. When you speak or say something loudly, the words can bounce back to you, leaving an unpleasant echo in the ear. Such acoustic problems negatively affect the atmosphere of the space. It may be necessary to make the sound more balanced by using soft materials. But are there any surfaces in your room that are hard enough to echo? 7. Far from nature. Is a space really restless without natural elements? Disconnecting from nature leaves the soul of a space incomplete. Cold, sterile, and gray spaces like Scandinavian prisons are not relaxing at all. Natural stones, wood textures, plants, and the colors of nature enrich interiors both visually and emotionally. Without these elements, spaces feel cold and empty. Spaces that do not utilize the power of nature usually do not draw people in. So, are the natural elements in your space enough? 8. The space has no soul. What happens when a space has no soul? The soul of a space is shaped by the details in it. Pictures on the walls, live plants, personal touches, and aesthetic choices create the warmth of the space. If there are no special touches in the room, it can feel like a clinic waiting room. The personality of the space is revealed through the elements inside. If you can't feel a soul when you enter the room, perhaps the space is not yet shaped in the right way. So, does your room have a soul? So, when you think about your space now, how do you feel? Peaceful and relaxing, or cramped and restless? Each space should be a living space that appeals to our senses. From lighting to furniture, from daylight to the textures of nature, every detail creates the soul of that space. Even with small touches, we can make our living spaces much more peaceful. Remember, feeling how good a space is directly linked to the right harmony within that space. What have you learned about these factors today? What do you think you could change to make your space more peaceful? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. If you liked our video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. See you in the next video. Bye.